Bit ageist, just because of a certain age. So this is Cork's marathon day. First the gym. I think some of them are doing 10k. They might do the half marathon, which is 21 kilometers, and others are doing the full marathon. I think I might have missed the competitive marathon like a couple of hours back. I think it started at 9:15. It's now nearly 12, isn't it? But yeah, it's a good crack, I suppose. I've never seen Irishmen running so hard. You know, not for the beer. Not away from their wife. It's a nice day for it. At least the sun's come out. I think people are a little bit mad. Bloody hell. There's quite a few people here. It's got a Tour de France kind of crowd. Wow, he's put on the pace. So look down here, let's see what's down here. I'm not sure, these are like the front runners or the back runners. I don't know, because there's not many people coming down. Maybe there was a massive attrition where people just beat each other up or something in the background where there's no crowd. Because there's only a scattering of them. It must be the back end, I suppose, not the front end. Unless it's the shorter race, I don't know. They don't look very tired. Oh, actually, they do look a bit tired. Don't really get much of a vantage point, but I'll try. Bloody hell, it's getting a bit... it's like 3, 4. I don't know. It's all for the crack, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know what race this one is, but it looks like maybe the half marathon, I suppose. 21 kilometers. You still need to do a certain amount of training for it. You could probably walk it in about 5 hours if you put yourself to it. Probably less. Maybe 4 hours really. I've often walked 20 kilometers in about, well, 3.5 hours walk, yeah. Oh, here's the finish, okay. Wow, there's a lot of people here now. Everybody is trying to get a medal. I must grab a medal, just say that I did it, you know, whatever. The man's swearing there for no reason, but, you know, he doesn't know I'm live streaming, so we have to let him off on that one. So here we are. Yeah, this is Cork. Cork in a harmonious... Well, I've never seen it so harmonious. Oh, all the well-to-dos are out, that's why. I see all the people who have jobs and who earn a decent living, the well-to-dos. The ones who don't really work, you know? Like, the ones who actually don't labour. I mean, I have to make a point that all the top athletes in the world come from a sort of a background that involves labour, yeah? And suffering, yeah? Mostly farming communities, won the Tour de France, for example, in the beginning, until it became professional. But even the genetics is not for the well-to-do. Well, let's see if we can spot some geeks or whatever. Maybe a doctor. There's always a doctor doing a run, isn't there? A doctor or a nurse for charity. Yes, they're really up on their charity. It's a good cause, you know. Oh, is that a typhoon?
Let's hear a Consuelo, the fantastic winner of the Cork City Half Marathon today in the ladies' race and Southern Run. Run by
It's a great place for a massacre, isn't it?
So 1:24 is at the moment in the half marathon. And CEO's spot is stands at the 4,000. Anyone want to come here? Any more places at the field? It's on the overall extra 1,000. Jack again in that field. And Alan Stanley coming down the home straight now.
People, Caucasians, nice to see.
About to finish the half
People like me, indigenous people. That's a good sign. It's showing maybe there's hope for the West yet, you know.
We also have
We can get rid of these politicians, that would be an idea. Get rid of the depositories. Get some industry here. Stop having everything made in China. That's a good idea. Alright, so we've got some time to. Okay. So that's the time. Get down. Sorry. Got a decent MC, I suppose. Sounds like he's a horse racing commentator. I think anyone could do a marathon if they just put their mind to it, you know? Even in a wheelchair. It's just mind over matter, and if it doesn't matter, if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. We've got a lady up there. Maybe she wants to jump into the crowd. She might be. Bloody hell! Am I going to get? I don't think this is a good idea. Alright, so crowd. Pretty good. These are improvements. They'll be running all day, trust me. Some of these people will be out all day, man. They'll be coming in 12 hours, crawling in. They're having off salt, sugar, water, especially water. If they get enough water every 5 or 6 kilometres, they'll get cramps. Yeah, it looks easy on television when you're watching the professionals do it, but they've all got supplements in their drinks, they've all got doctors on every station, yeah? So it's not as easy as it looks. If you're doing it alone, you need to have a family to sort you out. It's the salt causing the cramps that's the major concern.
CEO's fucking true, that's 126 and a half truck. Garrett Casey, Richard Mullins.
Well, crowds of people. White people in their marathons, isn't it? So it's a funny thing. Caucasians and their long distances, and they're useless at it really. But the Kenyans, Somalians, Ethiopians are world class, even Japanese. Because I don't know, maybe the doctors already stepped in and told Caucasians that they're more susceptible to having a heart attack in this kind of pace, under these kind of endurances. I don't know what the reason is, but yeah, there's been a good few running champions. There's no point in sprinting now. You're already over the 3-hour blue ribbon. There's no point in running now. This is over 3 hours. 3 hours 44 is slow, really. If you can't keep 4 kilometers, then kind of you've missed the point, really. And if you haven't dropped your weight down to about, for someone 6 foot, if you haven't dropped your weight down to about 12 stone, then you ain't getting anywhere near 2.5 hours. Yeah. People think it's all, world class this, world class that, but it's just practicality. It's just a matter of diet and hard work as well to develop your lungs to not be burdened. I mean, most people can't run because they don't use their lungs appropriately for when they need to take away lactic acid. So most people aren't really trained, and that's why it's so funny to watch them, I'm not saying it's a clown show, but there is the 4 minute kilometre is the ribbon. You should do it under 3 hours as a result of that, yeah? As a man between 20 and 30, that should be your goal, really. After you've done that you've proved a point, yeah? That you're disciplined. If you go beyond that, you could have, you might have a special talent for it, or you're pushing yourself too hard. Yeah. 42 kilometers is over 25 miles. 26 miles, 386 yards or something. 85 yards or something like that. But yeah, some good runners, some bad runners. But oh, there's someone listening to music. He's got it. He's got it sorted. He's probably listening to some Mozart or something. But yeah, it's nice to see people burning calories instead of eating and putting on calories. But the endurance is, I don't know, psychological more than physical. But if you're not down to size, then you're going to be carrying a load of weight. And it's just, I haven't seen a very overweight person yet. I bet these are public servants. I wonder how many public servants are here running. I wonder how many people in the public civil service are running here for charity. We're all doing it for charity, yeah? Is there many people who are kind of just regulars, you know? Someone working in McDonald's doing this, you know what I mean? It's kind of glorified in a way, because when I was a salesman, you'd be walking this every day looking for work, yeah? So there's something juxtaposing how real people live by setting up something like this, yeah? People are pretty stupid. They think I'm watching or filming them when it's a fucking marathon, you know? It's like, okay, love, okay. Like, in the West, people are very stupid, you know? They think I take well, they just don't, they're just stupid. Just as simple as that. No one gives a shit about the people. It's just the event that I'm trying to record, yeah? But we live in the West now, wokery. Oh, you're using this as an excuse to do this, that, and the other. Yes. No, this is like the top 1,000, maybe 2,000. There's quite a lot of people doing it today. Yeah. Having fun while you're doing it. If you had a shave, you'd be more aerodynamic. That one, yeah. It's a good job he's bald. He knocked off a few minutes there. Let's see what's over here. Somebody ordered a delivery on the way. I think one time when I was doing a marathon, we ended up doing a pub crawl instead. So went to about 7 or 8 pubs in London, and then came back about 8 hours after the time. Yeah. Oh, the Gardaí. Can't forget the Gardaí. Of course, they will be a prominent fixture. I'm surprised they have their colleagues running for charity, for the orphanage or the church, or the church needs a new roof or something. It's all. I don't want to remain cynical, or what's the word? I just don't want to. I don't want to be bad mouthing people, or I don't want to be kind of, you know, full of negative energy, because it is a wholesome thing. It's a family event and all the rest of it. But the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. So what does this prove? It doesn't prove nothing. It doesn't prove community harmony either. Look how all the white people are out in the daytime. If you go back to Civvy, the white people don't go out like this. The white people aren't even on the streets. I don't see them. Only the poor ones. Yeah. The West has lost its community, has lost its social structures, has lost its family values. It's lost its church. These people don't go to church anymore. No, they don't. The last time they went to church was probably for confirmation when they were teenagers. So when you lose your faith, you lose your belief, you lose your homogeneity, you will cause a dystopia. Yeah. Luckily in Ireland it's not happening yet, but in the UK it's already happened. Yeah. trusted the politicians, yeah? Here's a big man, he's over 6 foot. Wow. Bigger strides, but a lot more weight to carry. Probably 14 stone, that one. Another big guy, quite muscular. Quite, yeah, he looks like a bit of a triathlete. Oh, she's a diva. A lot, you know, women, you know what it's like. I think... Marathon. Without homogeneity and sharing the same religion and values and community, it doesn't matter if white people are all together for a marathon. It doesn't mean anything, because all these people just go home and do their own thing, isolated and in their little careers and so on and so forth. And they believe they've been indoctrinated to just follow education and just have the children or not have the children and just have their little offices, have their little house somewhere in the middle of nowhere. There's no point, yeah? If people don't stick together, they can't have identity, they can't have nationalism, they can't have pride, yeah? It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as diversity, equality and inclusion. It doesn't exist. That's a communist rhetoric, okay? It's like saying the mouse is the same as the cat or something, yeah? It's sort of telling you that everyone's equal, everyone should be included, everyone's, you know, it doesn't matter about diversity, about difference, but it does. It really does. Okay, so trying to get to Tesco's. Therapy is also an option, yeah. Okay, nice. You only use your full name, what? The Irish and summon them up before I leave. Just in a nutshell, let's see. Reasonable, fair. They've had a rough time with their politicians. Employment here is devastating. The migrant thing is just a distraction, I think. I think there's a lot of tax going missing. There's a lot of scamming going on in their offices, in their parliamentary offices. So yeah, I mean, if a society has individuals that ignore what really matters, like family, for example, and only concentrate on monetary fund, you will cause, in time, a dystopia, yeah? Where people only communicate and talk to each other for money, not for respecting each other's time and what people have to say and do, yeah? It's pretty dangerous. It doesn't matter if people are unified, in quiet, in silence, running down a road. They're all with one purpose, to finish some distance that poor people do every day, yeah? It's bizarre. It can only be a middle class pursuit. I mean, working class people or even below, whatever, they just think this is silly. They think this is ridiculous, yeah? So there may not be a clear class system. But yeah, if you've got an education, you think you're better. If you've got more money, you think you're better, yeah? You expect to be treated better and you have a sense of entitlement. And, you know, anyway, I don't know, I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm just going to say it how it is, yeah? I don't really worry about being offensive or just whatever, because things need to be said. I never did a marathon because I was embarrassed to do a marathon. That's the truth, yeah? But it's embarrassing. And yeah, I'm a sub 3 hour, I'm a sub 2.5, well, probably 2:40 here, but it's just embarrassing to me because I'm not middle class. Yeah? I was never one of these people. I am the working class. Yeah, I am the worker. So workers don't do this kind of. This is like, what is this? It's just something that people do who don't work. I'd have to wake up and do a fuller shift, manual labor, whatever, after this. No way.